In this week's video lecture, we will focus on how assistive technology can help students with writing tasks. This lecture will include a review of a wide range of software, including Inspiration, Don Johnson Software, Clicker, Microsoft Office, CoWriter, Dragon Software, as well as some other web-based options. Now, before we begin discussing software, I think it's important that we have an understanding of how the writing process works, because an understanding of the writing process will help us appreciate how the software can support the writing process. So with that in mind, let us begin with pre-writing. That's the first stage of the writing process. During pre-writing, you try to find your idea, and the ideas are all around you, of course. You might draw your inspiration from a routine, an everyday situation, or a childhood memory. The everyday routine could be something like jogging, going to work. Maybe it even comes from a favorite song, movie, TV show, etc., etc. Alternatively, you can keep a notebook specifically devoted to catching ideas as they come to you. Your own imagination is the only limit to finding your source of inspiration. So after you find your idea, you want to build on your idea. Two of the most popular methods of fleshing out your idea are free writing and brainstorming. Free writing means writing every idea that comes into your head. Do not stop to edit your mistakes, just let the ideas flow. Alternatively, you can try brainstorming. If you're on a computer, try a manual process first to help you visualize your narrative. Write your idea in the center of the page and work outward in all of the different directions you can take your story. Now, after you have built on your idea, then you want to plan and structure. You want to start piecing the puzzle together, like what comes next. So you have to sort through your ideas and choose which ones you will use to form your story. Make sure you keep notes even after your book is published. There may be seeds for a future story. Okay? So after we've done that, now we begin the writing. All right, get down to the nitty-gritty. So now that you've have your plan, you want to start writing. Remember, this is your first rough draft. Forget about word count and grammar. Do not worry if you stray off topic in places. Even the greatest writers produce multiple drafts before they produce their finished manuscript. I'm always reminded that the movie Back to the Future had 5-6 drafts before they finally came up with their final idea. Similarly, Paul McCartney, who wrote the famous song Yesterday, well, that was originally called Scrambled Eggs. So again, you see, even the greatest writers struggle through the writing process. In any case, you ought to think of this as a free writing exercise, just with more direction, and you want to identify a time and location to write and eliminate potential distractions. Make sure that writing is a regular part of your day. So after this is done, now we get into revision. Now, during revision, your story can change a great deal. When revising your work, many writers adapt the ARRR approach, which is as follows. So A, add. The average novel has between 60,000 and 100,000 words. Does your book have enough words? Have you given your readers all the information they need to make sense of the story? If not, go back to your notebook that you kept for additional scenes and add additional details as needed. Now, R, rearrange. Consider the flow, pacing, and sequence of your story. Would the plot be better served if some of the events occurred in a different order? Remove. After making additions to your story, how is your word count now? Are your readers experiencing information load? You may need to eliminate passages that do not quite fit. And the final R, replace. The most effective way to revise your work is to ask for a second opinion. Do you need more vivid details to help clarify your work? Is one scene contradicting another? Ask friends or fellow writers to take a look and give you feedback. And if something isn't working, rewrite it and replace it. During the next stage, we do our editing. Now, in the previous stage, we already overhauled the story. So now it's time to fine-tune your story line by line, check for repetition, clarity, grammar, spelling, and punctuation. Then in our final step, it's time to publish. It's time to share. You now have a completed story that is ready to publish. Okay, so now that we have reviewed the writing process, let us analyze what challenges students with disabilities might have with this process. So here we go. For starters, students often struggle with planning and organizing their thoughts. Students also struggle with spelling, handwriting, sentence construction, and the revision process. With this in mind, a few software aids can assist with this process. During the pre-writing stage, graphic organized software such as Inspiration and Kidspiration can help students with the pre-writing process. Inspiration utilizes many tools to help students organize their thoughts. The diagram option gives the user a blank document with an oval icon with the words main idea. The user can choose not to change the text or change it by selecting the words main idea and changing the text. After this is done, the user can add supporting ideas by selecting the main oval and clicking on the Create button available in the upper left-hand corner. The user can add additional supporting ideas by clicking on the Create button as needed. Inspiration also provides a symbol library, which allows the user to change the default oval to another shape or graphical icon. This feature is critical as many students are visual learners. Inspiration also allows the user to add photos and pictures to the symbol library, as well as sounds and videos. Additionally, Inspiration supports PDF, PowerPoint, rich text format, and MS Word exports. It also includes its own presentation tool. While its presentation tool is not as rich as PowerPoint, it can still be used to create a basic presentation. Finally, Inspiration also supports the use of outline format, numerous templates, and tutorials. That being said, let's examine other software tools that can help with the drafting and editing process. When it comes to helping students write, Write Out Loud and CoWriter have been helping students with the writing process for a long time. It can read the text to the user. It includes a homonym checker, helps students write using word prediction tools, and includes a thesaurus. It should also be noted that both Write Out Loud and CoWriter base its prediction using proper grammar and using its understanding of grammar to accurately predict words within the framework of valid sentence structures. It also provides users with the ability to track changes and insert comments. Both of these softwares are available as a desktop application and as well as an application for the iOS system. For more information, point your browser to http:// Don Johnston JOHNSTON.com. Click on products and review the various options. It should also be noted that the Don Johnston Company has been developing applications for students with disabilities for several decades. Subsequently, you will find a huge selection of software products that should meet your student needs. As with any software application, each student has a unique way to learn. For example, some students might not like CoWriter and may benefit from other writing tools such as Clicker 6. Incidentally, Clicker 6 uses tools that in some ways mirror CoWriter. However, it differs as it targets learners with visual needs. Consequently, what works for one student might not work for another student. With this in mind, I recommend that you conduct a learning styles inventory so that you can understand your student's needs and how he or she best learns. Using guided questions, you can learn if your student is an auditory learner, a visual learner, or tactile learner. Typically, learning style inventories will ask questions such as, do I enjoy working with my hands or making things? Do I enjoy developing and making graphs and charts? Can I tell if sounds match when presented with pairs of sounds? I remember best by writing things down several times. I can understand and follow directions on maps. So those are just a few examples of typical inventory questions. Incidentally, as technology advances, additional applications are supporting the writing process. For example, we all know that Microsoft Office has supported the writing process through spelling and grammar checkers along with Thesaurus for a long time. Microsoft Office also provides track changes and comments in its feature set. Similarly, most email programs and word processors provide similar features. In fact, the latest email program integrated into iOS 8 provides word prediction tools similar to CoWriter. iOS 8 predicts what you're going to write next. In fact, as you type, you will see choices of words or phrases you would probably type next based on your past conversations and writing style. iOS 8 also takes into account the style that you're writing in, casual versus formal, and will adjust your messages as needed. Now, students with physical limitations may consider using Dragon software. Dragon software enables students to easily transfer thoughts to paper. It also helps to increase productivity of students who struggle with paper and pencil writing. Its custom vocabularies let you add unique words that tie to any topic. Dragon, naturally speaking, of course, is the world's best-selling speech recognition system. You can use it to compose writing assignments, send an email, blog, or surf the web with a single voice command with a 99% accuracy. Dragon software is available both for Windows and Mac, as well as the iOS. So, after the editing process is complete, it's time to share your work. This can be done through multimedia presentation software, digital storytelling, blogs, and wikis. So, with respect to multimedia presentation software includes Inspiration, PowerPoint, as well as other notable software programs. PowerPoint, of course, is a great tool to use with students as it is very visual, easy to use, and even provides templates which are ideal for brainstorming. At the same time, its animation and sound effects are very motivating for students. Now, both blogs and wikis are ideal sharing tools as it allows the teacher to create a team blog or team wiki in which everyone can participate in the editing and publishing process. Blogs are an ideal platform to have students reflect on a particular topic due to its commenting feature. Both blogs and wikis have sharing features that make collaborative writing a snap. Writing and blogging tools can be customized to review student comments and work prior to publishing. At the same time, students find it extremely motivating to see their work published online. Now, students can also use other writing tools, including an Alpha Smart, a Smart Pen, iPad, Braille note taker, as well as other devices. The Alpha Smart is ideal because of its low cost. It is also lightweight and quite durable. The iPad is ideal for students who are not adept at using a keyboard, as it will allow them to express themselves through alternate methods. Similarly, a Braille note taker will offer a wide range of features, including a word processor that can translate between any graded Braille and text formats, including Microsoft Word. And it can also print or emboss any document or attach it to an email. It also has book reader software built into it. It will allow you to read books from Bookshare, Audible, and other sources as well. It, of course, can also read Braille or text formats in your preferred grade of Braille. You can enjoy listening to audiobooks and take advantage of powerful DAISY navigation features. It also supports web browser and email. You can surf the web, do online research, shopping, banking. You can send and receive emails and stay connected via preferred network connection. It also supports voice memos. You can record lectures, class notes, and memos and instantly play them back from anywhere with a single press of the button. Its media player also supports MP3 format, WAV format, Windows media files, and a number of other formats as well. You can also create playlists, enjoy internet radio or music while reading, emailing, or surfing the web. It also supports streaming audio. You can enjoy listening to the internet radio programs that use MP3 or window media formats. It also supports KeyChat. In this, you can communicate in real time with colleagues, friends, and family using state-of-the-art instant messaging services. It also gives you access to wireless accessories, connectivity to keyboards such as printers, embossers, hard drives, flash drives, and other peripherals.